Sure.
Welcome and a warm applause.
So I studied law in the last century, right? So don't ask your questions. Don't ask me questions about your legal affairs because my answer will probably be go see your lawyer. Yeah, but I am able to talk about bots today and what bots on the internet do to your business and what the effects are, right? So let's go. Let's talk about bots. I saw one of them already, R2D2, on the left-hand corner. So those are all good bots, right? This is the one that cleans your room, Roomba. Then the other one helps you with your lawn. Then there's Commander Data, who is most of the time a good bot. And then there's Wally, who cleans up the earth after it, went down. So he's the last one, last thing that's still alive. And then there is, who knows the last one? That's Googlebot, very good. Who was that? Okay. Then there's Googlebot, a bot that you may know. Googlebot is the robot that Google sends to your website to grab all the content and put it in the search index. And then there's bad bots that do all different things. So the one that caught your attention are the so-called fembots from Austin Powers. Then there is the Terminator. Who knows the one in the top left? That's what? No. Yeah, that's a question for the old guys, right? Movie from '67 talking about 2001, which is amazing because 2001 today is 18 years ago. And that's another bad bot. What? Yeah. And the last two? Anyone know the last two? Well, one is Mech Godzilla, which is a mechanical version of Godzilla. And the last one is the replacement of RoboCop, the bad bot replacement. But those are not the bots we want to talk about today. Today it's about the bots on the internet, right? So they don't have an appearance. They just visit your website and they act. And that's something all these bots have in common. They try to act as a human being, right? And it doesn't matter whether they are good bots or bad bots. All of them try to mimic the work that a human would do. They just save us a lot of time by doing it for us. Reality on the internet is, and I don't know if you knew that, that only 50% of all of your web traffic is for your customers and your users, your actual human users. Over 50, and that's depending on what you do on the internet. If you, for instance, if you run an e-commerce site, then the amount of bots is actually above 50% because you get so many bot visits from all over the place. This is a pie chart, and Matthias is pretty right that, and we are in the bullshit realm here, right? So. Because this data is not carved in stone, right? It depends on your website. Those are averages that I see when I look at the data of our customers overall. But one of our customers is the European Central Bank, right? So they have different bots or different things that visit them or different people that visit them than our other customers. One of our customers is Bauer, which is an online shop. Right, they get, and another one would be Weltbild Verlag. So they are the German answer to Amazon in a way. So they get they have lots of content. Like Weltbild has 400,000 different products in their catalog, in their online catalog. Of course, they get a lot of bot visits because bots love something, information, right? So depending on the business you run, you will get different percentages here, but this is a good rule of thumb. Good bots do a lot of good things. So there's Googlebot. We had Googlebot already. Thank you, Chris. And he does search engine indexing. So he visits websites, grabs the content, puts the content into its index, and then makes sure next time you have a clever search statement, it will come up with the actual URLs. Then there is price and product scanning bots that visit websites to get a clear picture of what's going on your website. Then there are load testing bots, monitoring bots, all good things. But now let's focus on the bad bots. Click fraud bots. Who's in online marketing? Chris is, you are. So you probably care about your online marketing budget. What if a bot would click those ads that you pay for? Are you concerned about that? It's bad, right? And the other thing is the other use case, or the other thing you should think about is bounce rates. There's some. I'm sure you found some keywords that have very, very high bounce rates, right? Bounce rate is if you book a keyword with Google on the right-hand side, and people click on that, you actually pay for that reference, right? That visitor. And some keywords convert very well, others don't convert at all. And so for some keywords, you may have found out that they don't work at all and they have very, very high bounce rate. What if your competition sent bots to your website to make you think those keywords don't convert very well? What if? And that's pretty similar. That's skewing. So bots come to your website and make you think that a certain aspect of your website is really, really interesting, while it actually is not. And based on the statistics you get from your website, you will then make marketing decisions that may or may not be accurate, right? And you will find out then later when you look at the annual earnings. Influence bots. There have been Russian influence bots that managed to change the way an entire nation is working by influencing the opinion of people. Now I try to not make a reference here. But what if those bots visit your website and try to spread an opinion on your website? So I'm sure you would want to know this, right? Because again, you're basing marketing decisions on the findings and on the analysis of your website. Fun fact: my ears don't really work with those microphones very well. Cart abandonment. Those are evil, actually, and we are currently in the black weeks. Some bad bots go to e-commerce sites and put rare products into shopping carts, and they keep them active so that those products cannot be sold anymore because they're locked for the lifetime of the cart. So if you think that your Black Week actually went very well, my question is, were you sold out? That's and it's actually something that we see a lot at our customers. Then hype sales. Anybody knows those shoes? Those are Adidas. Yes. Easy. Yeah, very good. So those get sold on the Adidas website for 250 euros or so, and they get purchased by automated processes, bots, who then automatically post them to eBay for 2,500. Same with concert ticket sales, and that's terrible. Not for you, because your revenue is fine, but what about your loyal customers? Let's skip those and move them into the Q&A, and let's talk about the solutions. Currently, we're looking at most of the time. We're spending a lot of time looking at Google Analytics. And Google Analytics has taught us that their analytics are great, right? They are. Trouble is that we are only looking at the tip of the iceberg, and we are ignoring a lot of data that is. And we are ignoring data that is gathered below the surface, and that's why whenever you look at bots, you have to look at the entire amount of data. Let's skip that one because I'm running out of time here. And that one as well. Well, that is actually a nice example because it shows access from different bots that claim they are Googlebot, but they actually live on AWS, on Amazon. That's where Googlebot does not live, right? So 25 to 50% of your Googlebot traffic is actually fake today. So let's skip to the last slide because I have a minute, I guess. So what do we need in order to prevent bot damage? Well, we need to do big data analytics, look at the data that's actually, or the things that bots actually, or users actually doing on your website. Google Analytics is great, but spend some time doing the old approach. Then another factor that's very important is reliable bot identification. So if you don't know it's a bot, you cannot do anything against it. Quick and clean bot classification. So we need a bot management solution in order to counter those bot attacks. If we care, right? If we don't care, then of course we don't. And we need a web application firewall that helps us control these bots.